Greetings everyone and welcome to our video. Welcome to the part 5 of the series we embarked on, which is about understanding our website with focus on the different membership levels, setting our prices in such a way we can easily obtain our profit. So in our part 4, we promised to make a video to cover those who do not set charges for their funding, either manual funding or automated funding. So this video is particularly for those category of people. So let's get started. All right. So let's say you want to fund your API, your plugin wallet with 1,000 naira, but there's a flat rate of 30 naira, for example, for easy calculation. So your wallet finally will be credited with 970. Then you have a very calculative customer registered on your website who wants to perform transactions and he wants to perform 4 gig, and this customer, he doesn't want any money to be left in his wallet after funding and performing transactions. So he calculates, and since you do not include charge, he says okay, he wants to perform 4 gig MTN data, which is sold at 250 on the website. And remember, you are buying at 214 and selling at 250. So the customer comes to his calculator to do his calculation. 250 times 4, 1,000. So he says you will now fund with what? 1,000 naira. Okay, so he now funds with 1,000 naira. Meanwhile, you are buying at what? 214. So when he funds with this 1,000 naira, and then if he performs transaction, remember his wallet will be debited with the 1,000. So he will be left with what? 0 naira. Then you are buying at 214 and is performing what? 4 gig. So times 4, the total amount that you will be debited is 856. So let's do the calculation to know your profit. So 1,000 minus 1,000, the customer will be left with what? 0 naira. Then yours now, your wallet was what? 970. Then the total that you're being debited is what? 856. So you now see that you'll be left with what? 114 naira, 114 naira after this particular customer performs his 1,000 naira transaction. Now, this your 114 now, for you to recover this, let me teach you the trick. For you to recover this, when next you want to fund your wallet, let's say your fund of funding 1,000, 1,000 based on the way your customers buy. So when next you want to fund your wallet with that same 1,000, 1,000, you will now remove your initial profit minus 114. So you will now fund with what? 886. And remember, your API website charges you what? 30 naira. So you now see that finally your wallet will be credited with the exact 856, which was what your customer which was what you were debited when the customer performed 4 gig transaction, which you sold to him at what? 250. So when your wallet is being credited, that is your API wallet being credited with 856, and that particular customer also, let's say he's fond of doing that, he now funds with 1,000 and now performs transaction again 1,000, his wallet will be what? 0. Then remember, the total amount that you're being debited is 856. So you won't be left with anything in your wallet when this customer performs the transaction the second time. So don't bother about this 0 naira balance. Remember, if you're using manual funding, you've already gotten your profit. I've made a video on the advantages and the disadvantages of the various funding method, which are the automated funding method and the manual funding method. So if you're using the manual funding method, be rest assured that since you have received this money instantly in your bank account, you have both your capital and your profit. So you can decide to remove your profit aside. If you're also using the automated funding method, be rest assured that at the end of the day or after 24 hours, the payment gateway that you're using would send your money after removing their charge, which is contained in the part 4 of this series. After removing their charge, they will now send you back the balance, so you still receive your money. 1% of 1,000 is 10 naira. So 1,000 minus 10 naira. Alright, so this is what you're going to receive in your bank account if you're using either Moneyfy or Paystack. Now remember, even when you wanted to fund your own API wallet with 1,000 naira, you were charged how much? 30 naira. So this money, let's assume this is the money that you wanted to use to fund your API. 10 naira is already gone. Let's say this was your capital. Then you wanted to use this 90 naira to fund your API, and you're now charged 30 naira. So the total money, let's just say that your capital, the exact money you put into this business as capital is 960. Yes, this is your true capital. If your payment gateway charges you 1%, this is your true capital, and your API wallet charges you 30 naira flat rate, as we chose that for easy calculation, 960. But when a customer funded with 1,000 naira, you set prices at 250. Meanwhile, you were buying at 214. We did a calculation. His total cost was 1,000, while yours was what? 856. So this 960 now minus 856, we've now seen that our profit now has now reduced from 114 to what? 104. So this is our actual profit after removing charges. When you're doing business, you have to include all costs. So after removing the payment gateway charge of 1%, 10 naira, and the 30 naira charge of our API, we now have 104 as our total profit. Okay, another way to easily obtain this our actual profit, as we had 114, we now know that the 1,000 that the customer funded will be debited with 10 naira, and 990 will be removed. So we know that it's 10 naira that will be removed from the money. So we can just simply do 114 minus 10 naira. So this will still give us our 104. Alright, so this is just how to know your actual or your exact profit from a particular amount, which we just use 1,000 for example. So after all the debit of the 30 naira from your API and the 1% charge, this is your profit based on the prices you set. Another way to also calculate your profit, if you want to calculate it per item, not per the amount you fund, you can just simply do, okay, since you're selling at 250 and you bought it at 214, for 1 gig is what? 36 naira, right? And the customer buys 4 gig. So this 36 naira for 1 gig times 4 will give you what? 144. This would have been your actual and exact profit. But because of the charges, the 30 naira charge from your API and then the 10 naira of the 1% of the 1,000, we still get back our profit. So see, in any way, we still arrive at the same amount of profit, 104. So this is appreciable if you are earning 104 naira from each 1,000. So that means if we now have like 10 times transaction of that 1,000, we will have times 10 and making 1,400. So if we have 100 of it, 100 of these 1,000 transactions, 100, we are having 10,400 naira profit. And remember, this was because we set our prices at 250. So if you are setting any price lower than 250, you know that your profit would reduce. So if you're thinking that 104 is a little profit, remember this 104 was given by 250. So talk more of when you now reduce it to 225 has been sold in most websites. So you can use a pattern of this 250 to equate it to 225 and do the calculation, and it will still give you the profit, but of different values because of the different amount. Thank you very much for your support thus far. We encourage you, if you have not subscribed, to please subscribe, like our videos. You can also engage us right here on YouTube or any platform you see our video by using the comment section to comment us, to ask questions on the video you just watched, or to request for new videos. And please, we also encourage you to share so you can have more followers, more subscribers. Thank you very much and see you in our next video.